Nikkie in the morning and not water or juice. So I have coffee this morning. And I am fired up and ready to go. How about you? See my mug? I have to make larger size mugs because Latrice said you only get 2 swallows of coffee out of it. So we are going to add the new ones on. Yes, 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 yes. Good morning, Latrice. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? So let me tell you, this morning I have been riding up a storm because I was like, you know what? We're going to do a part 2 of the content that we did yesterday, right? Because I didn't get to finish everything that I wanted to say. I didn't make all my points. So I started working on a workbook yesterday. So it's going to be a workbook that goes along with this. Like, come on, sis. So it's going to be a workbook that goes along with this to hold you accountable for the things that you say you want to do. Because in order for you to have any kind of success on social media, you are going to have consistency. So you have to be able to do it, to post consistently. And you can't post consistently if you are consistently stuck. And then you can't post quality if you're consistently stuck, right? So if you want to post quality posts, or you want to make sure that your people are engaging with you, that you are actually, touching on people's heartstrings and everything like that. If you want to feel that you're doing that, you're not going to really be able to do that when you are under pressure, or you can't think, or you're not thinking clearly, right? You don't have a set goal. You don't have any ideas of what you want to do. So having some clarity is going to help you out a lot, because sometimes when we get stuck, a lot of the times, what do we do when we get stuck? We just stop doing things, right? We just don't do it. And that doesn't help the situation, right? So we needed a part 2. So that's why I said, you know what? I need to do a workbook, because if I do a workbook, that'll hold you not hold you accountable, but you can kind of see it outside of hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are not an audible learner like that, then you're not going to learn it by me just talking, right? You may need to see it. You may need to put notes. You may need to highlight things. You may need to put posters on your whiteboard. You may need to do stuff like that. So depending on how you learn, or how it's going, how it's going to stick to you, you can't download. I mean, you could listen to the video, but if you're listening in motion, you may be missing certain things. So that is why I am going to create the workbook for you guys. I have some really good ideas of things that I want to do to add to this. Yeah, that's what I was doing this morning. I was making sure I was getting everything on this. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm like, my notes might as well be little workbooks, because and I don't throw them away. I keep them just in case I need to go back to something. So that's what's going on. So let me see who walked in the room. Everybody's up in here early this morning. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's see who we got in the building this morning. Good morning, Julie. I want to order my mug today. Where do I go? You go to the campus store. It's right there on bubblebabesuniversity.com. If you go under where it says join the honor society, right under there, it should be the campus store. Not it should be, it is the campus store, and just click that, and then you'll be able to go see all the products that are there. And also, when you go there, don't forget, but when you go there, you'll see a color option, but I made them in a variety of colors of all the mugs, so that you don't have to get stuck in that, just stuck in one color, because some things, I show different color ranges so that you can see that it comes in different colors, but you can order any color that you want. Any color that you want. I'm telling you, we need bigger ones. Thank you. Yes, I'm on it, Latrice. I'm on it for you. I don't have the note right here. I put it on the whiteboard. Put it on the whiteboard so you know it's happening. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Yolanda. Ooh, Yolanda, you're here early. Good morning, April. Good morning, Nene. Hey, Nene. Oh, I didn't get to wear my suit yet, but I'm going to be wearing it soon. Oh, I may wear it this weekend. Good morning, Betty Rose. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, LaRonda. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning, Nessa. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Stasia. Good morning. Well, at least your notes are neater. They used to be, listen. Don't come for me, LaRonda, because they still look like that. They still, this is no exception. They still look like that. Still. Hey, Miss Quell. Hey, Miss Quell. I won a box yesterday from Miss Quell's trivia sale. I think that's what it was, right? A trivia sale. And I need to pay for my box. Don't sell my box. I need to pay for my box. Yes, my notes still are looking like that. And you know what helped me though? I'm gonna tell you what helped me though. Because I have the post-its. So the post-its, since I was putting the thing, my to-do list and my ideas and everything, I was putting it on the board, kind of helped me to keep it together. But it's okay. I missed it. I was out with the family. Oh, yes, yeah. I think she still has it up though. I think she still has it up, but it was fun. I couldn't stay too long. What was I doing? I don't even know what I was doing. Why was I in and out? I don't know if my connection was messed up. I was in and out for some reason. But I was there in the beginning and I was able to get I was the first one, I think. I got box one. So you guys, everybody in here, what I want you to do is I want you to go and like the video, like, love, all of that. And I want you to take the link and I want you to share it out. I want you to share with everybody and tell them come join us over here because it's popping over here in the BBU tribe. Right? Right. All right. Quell, I don't get the notifications. You wasn't gonna get it, LaRonda, because you were on at the same time, I think. And I thought you came on at 9 o'clock. When I went to your thing at 9 o'clock, it wasn't anything there. And then I seen you came on again. But I don't know how that happened. I don't know what happened. But at 9 o'clock, I did not see your live. It did say that you went live, I think about 8 o'clock. And I was like, am I wrong with my time? But y'all just happened to be on, supposed to be on at the same time. I don't know why someone else told me that Miss LaRonda, but you were live, I think. Yeah. I know she was scheduled to go live, but yeah. Your screen was frozen. I meant the mug you had yesterday with the juice. Oh, that's Nubian's Corner. All right, let me see if I could put it here. It's nubianscorner.com. That's Martiniki. That's Martiniki's website. All right, I'll put it in the chat. That was me. Put it in. Excuse it. Technical difficulties. All right, here she is. All right, so y'all ready? Y'all ready for an explosive morning show? We are piggybacking off of what we were talking about yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about content, and we were also, there were some key points that I wanted to make sure that I put, that I remembered from yesterday, because I know I told you guys to step up your game with your hashtags, right? Because you want to make sure that your hashtags are directed to the people who you want to follow you or potential customers, right? You want to make sure that your hashtags are directed to the people who you want to be following you or purchasing from you in the future, purchasing from you now. That's what you want to make sure that you're doing with your hashtag. So we have that. Oh, I didn't put it on the screen. Sorry. There you go. There you go. There you go. I went live at 8:53 to test. Oh, and then came back on at 9 o'clock. I was there, but the screen was just aimed at the desk because I had to chase the dog. He took a dirty sand. Ooh! Oh no. I follow you, but when I went to your page, it shows I wasn't, so I followed. Hopefully that was the issue. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Y'all jokers would have heard that if you stayed 2 minutes longer. Jeez. And let's see. Good morning. I went to a website that created hashtags and ended up with a lot of spam. Yes, you have to be careful. There's certain thing that triggers, there's certain words that are trigger bots, like entrepreneur, small business, um, anything that sounds a little too broad is going to be something that's really spammy, right? So you want to make sure that you take that out of it and start editing them down to see, okay, so I'm gonna take these out and I'm gonna see if I still get those bot responses. If I do get the bot responses, then I gotta change those. You know what I mean? But keep messing with them to see which one is triggering, which ones are triggering the bots. Again, don't go to, like, you could go to a hashtag generator, but 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 they're not going to generate your target audience for you, right? They're not going to target your people. They're not going to find your people. They don't know your people. They know your category, and your category is going to bring more people who make things in that category or do things in that category. So you want to make sure that you are talking to your people specifically, who they are, what you know, who they are, what you're doing, where they are. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're doing that type of thing as far as hashtags is concerned. And also I want to say, oh, thank you, Laura. I even changed my location and got bots. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Quell, because I heard your trivias are fun. Yes, y'all got to do different days. But let me tell you what you should do. There's an option. If you are going to go live on Instagram, there's an option for you to schedule your lives. That way, people will be notified, and they also have the option to be notified if they want to know when you are about to go live. So you want to make sure, if you are going live and you know you're going live, schedule that out, because it'll go up on your bio. And so people will know that it's coming. So the new people that are coming, the old people who haven't been there in a while, and your regular people, they will all be, they'll all be able to see that you're going live on a particular day at a particular time. So schedule out your lives. They have it's an option right there on Instagram. Also, you can do reminders. So if you do a post, you can have you could add a reminder so people can be reminded that you are going live, or that you are having something. Maybe you are having a sale. Maybe you are doing your trivia night. Maybe you're doing whatever, right? Whatever you're doing, you're able to schedule that out, and you're also able to set reminders. So make sure that when you do go live, that you do that. Okay, so don't just, I know that you guys are putting the flyers up and stuff like that, but also make sure that you add those reminders too, because the reminders are going to help people to keep it top of mind, right? So it's Quells every Wednesday at 9. I did that for this week. I'm learning that reminder trick. Okay, I'm learning that reminder trick. Okay, yes. Good to know, Nikki. Yes. So you guys can add that to your, repertoire today. So if, like, LaRonda, she goes live every Wednesday. LaRonda, you can schedule out all of your Wednesdays for the month if you want. Schedule those all out, and then it'll always be up there so people will know when you're going live. Okay. So that's something for everybody if you're going live on Instagram. And if you're doing something and you're going live on Facebook, you can set events, you can set all kinds of stuff, you can schedule that out, you can do all of that on Facebook, right? So that's one thing. So now let's get into part 2, but let's refresh what we did yesterday. So yesterday we were talking about content and putting your content up and being consistent and taping it and what to do and how to do it, right? Next week it will be Thursday. Okay. Kanan can try the app hashtag expert. Got you. Can you put the hashtag expert? Oh, okay, you did. It says the app hashtag expert. Okay, got you. Setting up your schedules will help you to get unstuck. Like I said before, we have a problem when we are stuck with something. Usually we don't do it, right? And I'm saying we because I'm saying we all do it, right? So if you are stuck with something, you may find yourself not posting for a day or so, right? And at this particular junction in time, we cannot afford to not be posting, because we should be we should be in front of people. We should be posting. We should have people doing things. We should have people sharing. We should, you know what I'm saying? So at this particular moment, we kind of are building. And as we are building, we want to make sure that we are always continuously engaging, because if we're not engaging, if we don't engage them, we're going to lose them, right? If they're not interested in what we have, we're going to lose them. But if we're losing them based on they're not our customers, then that's fine. But if we're losing them because um a lack of content, then that's another problem, right? Because they want you to give them content, they want you to share with them, but you're not. Yes, we understand. I've been using it and haven't been getting spam. That's awesome, Jasmine. So I got to write that down because I'm going to see how that works as well. Hashtag experts. All right. So yesterday, hey, Holly, I'm so glad you are feeling better. Yes, Holly was down and out for a second. You guys, Holly is back. Everybody, let's say hey to Holly. Hi, Holly. Hey, Holly. Finally had a chance to hop in here. Yes, yes, and yes. So glad that you are back. I'm so glad that you are back. So if you do not have any of these scheduling apps to schedule out your content, these are a few things that you could use to schedule out your content. Again, I said you can schedule out your content with, or schedule out whatever you have going on, your events, your lives. You could schedule that out on Instagram, right? If you have a sale, you want people to know that you have a sale coming up, you could do that as a reminder on Instagram. Also do it in Facebook. You can schedule it out in the metaverse. You can schedule out your content. They have a whole planner and everything in there so that you can schedule things out on Facebook, right? Next, you can schedule out your stuff on Canva. I don't use Canva to schedule out my stuff because it's sending it to the wrong. I don't know. Canva doesn't work for me as far as sending out my content. So I don't use Canva, but you can use Canva. Later is an app that you can use. I don't like Late. I think it's Later or Planoly. Both of those you can use, but one of them don't just take your photos and your videos from your phone. You have to upload it into that particular app and use it at that, whenever you want to use it. But I like to be able to use my stuff right from my phone, just in case, I just want to upload from my phone. But you can't do it like that on, I think it's Later. I think it's Later or Plan. I'm not sure. It's one of them. But Later and Planoly are also apps that you can schedule out your content. And also Hootsuite. I like Hootsuite because you're able to send it out to everywhere and at one time if you want. And you could also change the messaging if you want to change. If you're sending out the same picture, but you want to change the description, you could do that with Hootsuite. So it's not the same content when you post it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times I say don't try to put all your content. Like we have a bunch of social media platforms because they keep coming up with new ones. And if you keep putting the same content up there, then people are not going to follow you on different things. So just make sure that you know what you are doing on each platform. One is short one is short messaging. That's on TikTok, Twitter. Those type of things are short, right? Then you could have longer format, which is on Instagram, but not too long, right? You could do something like that on Instagram. You could do it in your stories. Even YouTube have stories. If you are deciding to do YouTube, you can go there and add stories on there. And then you have long format, which you would do on YouTube. You could do that also on Facebook if you want. You can go live on both places. So just kind of know what snippets that you're going to use in those particular platforms so that you are maximizing, your followers everywhere you are. Okay, so those are those are apps that you can use to schedule out your content. And we're going to just recap what we did yesterday. We said yesterday that make sure that your content falls into one of these categories, right? It has to educate, empower, entertain, engage, or be selling. You should be doing one of those 5 things whenever you are posting. So think about what your intention is when you're putting up a post. Is it to educate? Is it to entertain? Is it to empower? Is it to engage? Or is it to sell? And make sure that it always falls into one of those categories, right? And you also want to make sure that there's a call to action. A call to action can be directing them somewhere. A call to action can be asking them to do something. A call to action can be asking them a question and they're answering it. That could be your call to action, right? So make sure that you're also adding that into your description, right? Even if you just want them to follow you somewhere, follow me on Facebook, follow me here, do this, do that. Even if it's that, just something so that you can start grooming your customers to start engaging with every post that you have. Because once you start getting your engagement up, then you'll also be boosting yourself up. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning. You'll be boosting yourself up into the algorithm, and you'll also, people will see you on the explore page, on the For You page, as long as you are engaging with your people. And if you see that people are commenting on your photos or your videos, you want to make sure that you are responding. You want to like it. You want to put a comment. I don't care if your comment is an emoji. I don't care, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you are engaging with that comment, and that you always don't just leave them sitting there, right? You want to make sure that you are responding also, always, because people who have not been on your page before, and they see that people are talking to you and you don't respond to them, they kind of get a sour taste in their mouth. Like, you don't respond, like, who do you think you are? Now, I don't think they say that, but I'm thinking it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you too good to respond to your people. People are talking to you. People love you and talking to you, and you just ignoring them. So in my head, that's what they say, but they may not be saying that. You know what I'm saying? But what are your thoughts when you see that you go to somebody's page? Let's say a company that you really admire, and you see that they don't respond. What do you think? When you see that they don't respond, what do you think? Because I know I have my own thing, but I also am not everybody. So you might not feel the same way I feel, and maybe my customers don't feel the same way I feel, right? But if you see that a company does not respond to the people that are responding to them, that they're so in love and da 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 da, if you see that they don't respond, what do you guys think? I'm waiting for comments. I'm waiting for comments. What do you think? Good morning. So we did that. I'm waiting for y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Put some comments in there. Over there. Wherever they are. I think they're over there. No, they're over here. Put the comments over here. Let's get it. Let's go. Can you guys hear me fine? Yeah? Okay. Would feel the same. I would feel some kind of way. Okay. Okay. I was like, I hope I'm not stuck again, because that would really suck. It's time for a new phone. They don't want to know you personally. And that's the upper hand that we have in small business, right? That we are able to engage. We are able to talk to our people right then and right there. We're able to interact with them immediately. They're not waiting for a month or so to get a response from us, right? They can interact with us immediately. I'm not saying talk to everybody and all the time and let them take up all of your day. That's not what I'm saying. But the fact that you are able to talk to them and they are able to get to know you, then that's how we have the upper hand on a small business. Although we don't have the budgets like the big box stores or the bigger brands, and they're able to market and get their message across to a wider span, right? As opposed to us, and we have a smaller span, but we're able to maximize on that. And so since we are able to maximize that, and that is our upper hand, we need to be able to use that at all times, right? A lot of you guys are saying, I'm not comfortable talking on social media. I'm not comfortable being in front of the camera. I'm not comfortable doing this. But like I said, this is your upper hand. This is where you get to shine. This is where you get to tell your story. This is where you get to talk about your brand. This is where you get to become the expert. They know that you are the person that's making this product, and you have the feeling behind making that product. They know that it's coming from this place, as opposed to a big factory making something and who knows what's in it and who knows what they're doing, blah, 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 right? So they get to interact with you. And so you need to utilize this upper hand that you have as a maker, as a small business, that you can engage with your people one-on-one immediately. So for all of you guys who saying that you're not comfortable being in front of the camera, if all of you guys saying that, I don't know what to do with social media, it is time that you learn. It is time for you to get out of your comfort zone, and it is time for you to step up and do what you need to do in order for it to happen. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it every single day. You don't have to talk in the video. You, like we were saying before, you can have your hands moving and you could be voiceover, or you could just talk through the video, but your hands are doing the work, right? You don't necessarily have to do that, but it's time that you do that, because once you start stepping out of your comfort zone and you start engaging with your people, they get to know, like, and trust you, and you start building a relationship with them, and these people will become your lifelong customers. And you want to make sure that you're creating lifelong customers. Everybody's not going to stay, but the people who are meant to stay will, right? And that's with everything. That's in life. That's with friends. That's with people. That's with business. It's with everything. Whatever's meant to stay is going to stay. So if you are talking to the people, and these are the people that you want that are going to become your advocates later, because these people, they know your story. You done drilled it into them. They know your story. They become your advocates. They'll tell your story without you even mentioning the word, but you got to set up the foundation first in order for them to even follow that, right? So let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Let's see. Okay, so you guys think, honestly, just assume they are busy, especially a small business. Bigger companies pay people to do that crap. Yeah, but if you're a smaller company and you're not, they think, why can't you? Right? And yes, you may be busy, but there's got to be some time when you can engage. Or not you, maybe somebody else. Like, a lot of us have kids. Maybe hire a kid to respond to your social media. Maybe, find somebody who can do your social media, a social media manager, somebody like that. Maybe have auto response, and then maybe, you automatically respond to them, and then you can engage in a private conversation, or not even a private conversation, but, a conversation where you at least answer a question. What was the question? Max was talking to me. What do you think when big businesses do not respond to your, like, if you see people, if you go to a company that you admire and you see that people are engaging with them and they're telling them how they love them and things like that, but they don't respond to them, what do you think that they're saying is what I said? Was the question. To be honest, I don't pay much attention to people's comments. Got you. I have no idea what y'all are talking about. They called a huddle this morning, but I'm here. Also hit the like button. Yes, everybody, hit the like button, please, please, and thank you. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Tell anybody who you think can benefit from this, or anybody who you think would love this, to come on in and join us over here. Engagement in the comments. Yes, yes. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning. Good morning. Let's ask Patricia. Patricia, when you see you see the bigger companies and they don't engage with their customers, or they don't engage with their comments, what are your thoughts when you see that there's no engagement? Do you think that they're just posting and then just ghosting, posting and ghosting? Do you think that's what they're doing? What do you think that they're doing? Oh, I don't like that. Those people in the comments bring them money. That's right. And that's what I think, right? So if I'm the people in the comments bring them money, put a heart or something, like it at least. You know what I'm saying? The least you could do is like it. Sometimes they're not even liked, right? But at least you could do is like it, and they see that you liked it. They know that you've seen it, at least, bare minimum, right? Bare minimum. At least they know that you liked it. So yes, 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 and yes. I feel that way. Like, these are your people. You can't, I know you get sometimes growth is difficult. right? But there's got to be some kind of way. If you decided that your company is in the best interest of your company to be on social media, then there should be some kind of engagement with the people that are making these comments to you. But really, I think they have a crappy social media person. I think they have a crappy social media person, or the company thinks the little people aren't worth their time. Exactly. So that puts you in a position to feel like, okay, so they're superior and we are like the little minions or the little people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it feels like. And it may not be the thing. Like again, they just may be busy, and I get that, but it is a feeling that you get when you see it and they don't engage with you. Right? Celebrity pages and things like that may be a little bit different because you can't, they got millions and all of that of people talking in their comments and all of that. But that's what the purpose of having people, you hire people to do those things, because if you decided to be there, yes, you're sharing your life, but also remember, people are trying to engage with you. Just that little, it feels so good. Imagine if you said something to a company, and I'm going to use Miss Quell as an example because she did her live, and 1617 came on, and she said, look who came on, y'all, 1617. How did that feel to you that they acknowledge, because you look up to this company, right, that they acknowledged you? Doesn't it feel better? Like, don't you feel that people will have a different kind of connection to you because they acknowledge you? They are not acknowledge your business, even if they didn't respond, even if they didn't talk to you, even if they didn't. They had the option to click on your live or not, and they clicked on it, right? And since they clicked on it, then they intentionally wanted to see what you got going on. They wanted to know what you were doing, right? So it makes you feel a certain type of way, and that's the same way your customers feel. Even though you may not be where you want to be, or you're not on that high tier that you think that you should be or you want to be right now, but people really do love it when you respond. People be like, oh my God, I didn't think that you would respond. Those type of things and that type of engagement create customers for life. Those create customers that feel good about who you are, what you do. And that like again, that gives them that, they want to advocate for you. They want to talk about your business to everybody, because now they feel like they made a personal connection with you. Big companies don't have that. Again, that's where we come in with the upper hand. It does. I was like, how in the hell did that happen? See, God, first of all, that's God. But second of all, it boosts your confidence, right? Did that make you feel, that made you feel good, right? Boost your confidence. Like, I must be doing something right. I got their attention. Now let me do what I need to do, because now I need to step up my game. Yes, right? Because that's what I would feel. That's what I would feel. Let me tell you something. One time I did my makeup, and I was on, I don't know where I was on. It was probably Instagram. It may have been YouTube. I think it might have been YouTube. I don't remember. I don't remember. It's YouTube or Instagram. And Sam Fine, you guys know, I already told you guys my past life. I used to be a freestyle makeup artist, right? And I used to do makeup on YouTube. So I was an influencer of, on Makeup Guru, if that's what you want to, not a guru. I don't want to call myself a guru. But I used to do makeup tutorials on YouTube, right? And so when I did a video inspired by Sam Fine. Sam Fine is one of the makeup artists that I followed when I was trying to learn how to do makeup, and there was no makeup schools, or, like, there was no YouTube university. You kind of like taught yourself. And when you went to school, when I went to cosmetology school, and I taught my cosmetology, not the cosmetology, I taught the makeup course of my cosmetology. They didn't give me no money off of that or anything. They didn't give me no money off my tuition. I still had to pay full tuition, even though I taught part of the course and I wasn't an instructor, right? But I taught the course because I knew more about makeup than my instructor did. So that's how I ended up doing it, right? So I did I sidebarred, but I did a video using Sam Fine's technique, right? So I bought Sam Fine's technique when I was in school, bought Sam Fine's book, and I also bought Kevin Aquan. Those two guys they are who framed my whole situation with makeup, right? Because they had their books, it was instructional, and I was watching, I was seeing how they did it. So that is where I learned, right? So I was like, when I was doing my makeup, I'm inspired by Sam Fine. And then my makeup, bleach my brows. You know, Sam Fine was known for a smoky eye with a nude lip, right? So that's what I did. And I put it up, and Sam Fine responded to me. And he didn't say great job, anything like that. He actually gave me a whole situation, right? He gave me a whole like keep up the good work. I love the look, da 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 da. He gave me like a comment, right? It wasn't just a little right? And so that made me feel like, wow, I've been watching him for a long time. He is the reason why I know what I'm doing. He is the reason why I'm doing makeup. And for him to have responded to me and responded because he cared and actually gave a comment that boosts my confidence, I felt so good. Like after that, I was like, nobody can tell me nothing. Sam Fine. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can tell me nothing. But I'm just saying, so those things, even though Sam Fine is accomplished and everything like that, people still look at us in the same way, right? You have to remember that people are like, oh wow, you really did respond. It gives them a bolt. It gives them a jolt. I mean, it gives them a jolt of energy, confidence, you know, excitement, just because you responded to them. So keep that in mind when you are, you know, when people are liking things or commenting and things like that. Keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Let's see. Wow, that experience was preparing you for what you are today. Okay. Thank you, April. That's amazing. That's awesome. Acknowledgement and feedback matters. It does. It truly does. These are little things that we think that we don't need because we're looking at customers and we're looking at orders and we're looking at different things, and we're overlooking the tiny things that make people say, this company is amazing. We're overlooking those things. I'm back. The live was frozen on my end. Oh, so sorry, Hetty. Very true. Customers for life. 1617 is good about that. They follow me and always like my posts. Right. When I visited their shop, it was actually a small team. Feels like they still act like a small business. And it makes you feel home. It makes you feel like home, right? And you want people to always feel, even if your brand is luxury, you want them to feel like, I'm gonna give you a luxurious experience, but I want you to know that when you are here, you are home, you are welcome, you are appreciated. You want your customers to feel that. That's dope, Miss LaRonda. Yes. So you respond to no, not to spam. Definitely not to spam. I overlook spam, and I contemplated deleting those spam bots comments. I you know, been contemplating it, but I'm like, well, maybe those count as comments. So I leave them there, and then when people do respond, I respond to the people. Good morning, Nina Rose. Good morning. Okay, so we know educate, empower, entertain, engage, and sell. Those are the things that you want to make sure you're doing. Excuse me, call to action, step up your hashtag game, make sure your hashtags are for the people who you want and for the places that they are. Excuse me, coffee got me burping like crazy, right? And also, I want you guys to get in the habit of a content folder in your photos, a content folder in your notes, so that you can write these things and you won't get stuck. You won't worry about, oh, this is a brand new week. Oh my gosh, I need content. I don't have content. I need to do this. A lot of us get in the habit of thinking that we have to create that content right there in that moment and post it. No, you don't have to do that. You can create that content, store that content, come back to it, edit it down like 5, 6, 7, 8 times, however many times, for whatever the title is for that video or the subject is for that video, and then use it when you need it, right? So get in the habit of putting things in a content folder for your photos and your videos, and also in your notes. So in your notes, you would put your content would be like, in the notes, you would put maybe some ideas that you've had. Jot those things down so that you're not thinking, you know, brand new when it's time to create content, right? You just go into that Go into the notes, see what you got there for ideas. Okay, so this week I want to focus on this particular product. I want to focus on this particular feeling. And you just go into that, and then you're able to create from that place, right? And it's not, oh my God, I'm stuck. And you overwhelm yourself because you don't make it simple enough. This is so simple to follow that you don't, you know what I'm saying? It's so simple to follow. It's so easy that you could just go into your folder and be like, oh, this is me doing behind the scenes. I wanted to talk about my story, right? I wanted to talk about my story, and it doesn't have to be the glow up right there in that story. It could be you moving. It could be the back of you walking to something. It could be you walking into a bank. It could be you going to the post office. It could be you sitting at the desk. It could be you doing your makeup. It could be you getting dressed. It could be you doing whatever, but you're going to put meaning on it by doing a voiceover or adding some sound, which is, the music, the quotes, whatever. Add that to the video, and boom, you got some content. Boom, you got a reel. Boom, you got a way for people to know who you are, introducing yourself, because you always should be introducing yourself. You got that so easy and quick, right? Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. So you need to have a content folder in your notes so that you could put quotes. Okay, so a lot of the times, and I have this later on in my notes, but a lot of the times when we find quotes or we find videos that we like or whatever, and we're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna go back to that when I want to post something like that. You'll never remember it. You can't find who it was. You can't find when it was, and so you go along and you try to find something else because you can't find that thing. If you put those things in your notes, you can always find it, right? If there's some quotes that you live by, affirmations, whatever, if those are some things that you want to, that you do all the time or whatever, those things inspired you or motivated you, put those in your notes. Is a writer somebody who you love? Put that in your notes. Is a book that you was inspired by? Put that in your notes. Good morning, Jamie. Put all of these things in your notes, right? So that whenever you need to create, it's there. You can scroll through your notes and be like, you know what? That's what I want to talk about today. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this quote from Les Brown today because that fits into what I'm feeling right now. That fits into this mood. I'm going to use this quote from whomever because that fits into my mood, right? Sounds that you like, the music, the things that are trending, those type of things. Store those things in your notes so that when you have to post, you're not scrolling through trying to find out what's trending or trying to see, what's going to connect to people. You got it in your notes. Just go back and look, right? Videos and pictures are the same way. Store those and then you can use them for later. You can always recreate, remix, you always able to do those things with the content that you have. Let's say you have a photo that you use and it was in color, right? Maybe you're going to crop yourself a little bit and make it black and white. It has a whole different meaning. It put some words in front of it and there you go. You got some new content on the same thing. Maybe you did something one way and then you change it up a little bit and now you got something another way, right? But if you have it, you're able to use it. Good morning, late to the party. It's okay. You here though. You here though. All right. So you want to make sure that you have your content, pictures and photos, and then you have your notes. So you can store your quotes and your inspiration and things like that there, right? Does everybody understand? Not understand, because I know you understand, but I want you guys to implement it. I don't want you to just hear it. I want you to do it. Because if you knew better, you do better. Hey, if you knew better, you do better. You knew better, you do better. You knew better, you do better. I can't wait until my smart notebook thingy comes. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. So then I have also posting consistently. And you want to also, if you cannot do anything, at least be consistent. At least show up. At least show up. Yes, your website is important. Yes, your products are important. But if you have your website and your products and you have no people, you have no buyers, you have no customers, you have no business. Right? So you want to make sure that you are showing up. Show up for your people, show up for yourself, because if you will be talking to an empty room every single time, if you are not talking and engaging and being consistent and showing up, and they can't rely on you to show up. If they only can rely on you to show up when you have a sale, you're also hindering your sales. You're also messing up, the relationship that you could be building with your customers. Don't want that to happen. right? So now that's our recap from yesterday. Also, I want to suggest that you guys at least get like a little notebook. I have one over here. You want to make sure you get you a little notebook. Get this from the dollar store. Get it from anywhere. You could get a notebook and you can write content ideas in it just for when you having content. Maybe, you know, creativity strikes when you're doing something. Put it in your book. Jot it down, you know, and then when you start planning out your content for the week, if you're going to do that on Sunday, if you're going to do it on Monday, if you're going to do it the night before, you can look into those ideas that you put up there and then come up with something and then create what it is based on those ideas. So then you're not, again, thinking from scratch, what am I going to do? Right? So make sure you get a little notebook. Get it, like I said, Dollar Tree, wherever. I know April said she just got the smart notebook and she put the link in the content crew. She put it there and let everybody know. It's like a whiteboard, a small whiteboard, right? And you're able to put all your notes and stuff in there. And did you guys know that my hands can't stop moving? Did you guys know, it's the rocket fuel, Nicole, that Canva has a whiteboard option right now? Did y'all know that? I saw that yesterday. They have a whiteboard option. So you could use that too. You could use that too. All right. So like I said, I'm going to create a whole workbook for you guys. Good morning, Sherelle. Good morning. Jasmine said, yes, of course, you know, because you are the graphics girl. You know all the cool stuff and gadgets and tricks and tips. So of course you knew. But yes, I was shocked. I was like, oh, whiteboard? I wonder if I could write, you know, because I like the doodly, but I don't want to pay $65 a year for doodly. That's just me. But yeah, that's a cool idea. But back, focus, get back to it. So this is where we go for the part 2. Right? Rocket fuel, Nicole. Cheers. Let's put in the camera. This group gives me life. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So this is I touched kind of like on everything in here, but I also want to just make sure that I say it again, you know, education, repetition. So yes. I haven't used it though. I just seen it, but I'm gonna mess with it. I'm gonna mess with it. Thank you, Hattie. So I have prep your content so you don't struggle. Save for later use. You could use InShot to edit it or whatever app it is in iPhone. What is it? iMovie that you could edit in. You could also edit in Cap. What is it? Cap something. Cap something is another app, but I don't use that because I don't have an iPhone. But you could also edit in that as well. And then you can keep the video. Don't delete the video. You can keep that video so that you can use different parts of the video so that you can edit it down to be something else. So you can repurpose your content. I love it. So yes. So that's kind of what I talked about already. So you want to make sure that you're preparing your content, you prep your content ahead of time so that you're able to just post when you need to. I said the apps earlier on in the video or earlier on in the live. The apps that you could use to schedule those out, post them up, put them up, let them know, you know, whenever you're ready to let them go, let them go. Right? I've been loving InShot since you told me about it. Okay. InShot is it. I'm telling you, InShot is, I could edit my videos quick, fast, and let it go. You mentioned Caption Plus yesterday. Caption Plus is for your captions. So if you're stuck with your captions, you want to know what you should post about certain things, you have a subject matter, topic, whatever, then Captions Plus is going to help you create a caption, or they'll give you suggestions on captions. You can change it around and make it whatever you want it to be. You could also, I think you could also add your picture or your video. I think it's a picture. I don't know if you can do video up there, and then it'll generate some stuff for you. So yes, no, Caption Plus is not for editing. It's only for getting the captions, but it's CapCut, right? Somebody tell me if that's the right one. CapCut, I think, is for iPhone. So I think that's the app. Also, there's certain pictures and videos that I want you guys to be mindful to have, right? I tell you guys to tape everything because everything is content, right? But you want to be mindful of taping and storing these particular things. Yes, it's CapCut. Okay. I want you to make sure you have pictures and videos of yourself. Of yourself. Professionally making things. If it's not a professional picture, then make sure that is crisp, is clear, and you have a nice background, right? These are things that you are going to use to be introductory. These are things that you're going to be using to tell your story, to introduce yourself. If you want to, go a little further, that every 9 boxes in your grid, you should have yourself in it. You should be reintroducing yourself not every 9 boxes, but if you see yourself and you get to see 9 boxes on the grid, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? You see that into your grid. You want to make sure that within that grid, somewhere along there, that you are introducing yourself. So when it goes down and your new grid comes up and from your new post, if the people hadn't seen previously and they're not scrolling down, they get to understand and know who you are. Yes? Right? So you want to make sure that you are reintroducing yourself. So those are the type of pictures you want to store, so that you can keep using them. You don't have to use the same picture over and over and over again, right? Again, you can edit it down. You can cut, crop it. You can make it black and white. You can do different things. You can put words on top of it if you want. You can use it as video, and you can be speaking about yourself. Whatever you want. If you are going to tell your brand story, if you're going to tell your backstory, those type of things, you want to make sure you have nice videos of yourself and pictures of yourself. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That's good to know. So those, you want to make sure you have them, store them. If you need another folder, store it. If you need to make a subfolder under your content and you're making a subfolder and you're just saying about me, introduce myself, or whatever, you can call it whatever you want, but make sure that you have those type of pictures, because you don't have to say, oh, I gotta wait till I do my makeup, I gotta wait till I look pretty, I gotta wait until I'm dressed, I gotta wait. No, take those pictures, store them there. If you even know that you are going to go out or something, just you going out and you look nice and you whatever, date night, whatever, take a picture of yourself, store that. Your date night don't have anything to do with what's going on, but people don't have to know that that was the date night. You know what I'm saying? That's just you showing a picture of yourself, you putting your best foot forward. So make sure that you store that, right? So put that into your content. You want to make sure that you are always storing those type of pictures, videos, because again, if you are talking about yourself, if you are doing something, if you're talking about your glow up, if you're saying this is where I started, this is where I am, if you're doing with anything like that, you can always use it, right? So you want to make sure you store those. That's me. I'm telling you, let me tell you, I'm speaking from experience. I speak from experience. I'm like, oh, my hair's not done. I don't want to do my makeup. Oh, I need this. I'm not dressed. Like, I can't post a picture of me. No, store those pictures. Nobody has to know when you took those photos, right? It doesn't matter when you took those photos, just as long as it still look like you. So when you get on live, you don't look totally different, right? Me too. I've been using it for my posts on top. Let me see what I miss. That's me. Let me see. Jamie makes it so much easier. Oh, InShot. Yes, yes, yes. Miss Quell said, oh, good to know. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, got it. Love that. Okay, so you want to make sure you have those. The next thing you want to make sure that you have is behind the scenes photos and videos. You can put your phone on a tripod. Do the work. You can put your phone on a tripod and hyperlapse it. You could put your phone on a tripod and pack orders. You could pack orders. You could be sitting at the desk. You could be going to the post office. You could be driving. You could be doing whatever it is. You could be packaging. You could be labeling. You could do a pack order with me. You can do all of those type of things, and you're behind the scenes. Organizing. You got new things coming in. You show pictures of your boxes at your door, or when your inventory is coming in. Those type of things. Of you going through your inventory, of you sanitizing your inventory, sanitizing your jars, you learning, learn ebooks, audibles, different things like that behind the scenes if you're getting yourself together, because this is something that you could use when you are talking about those things, right? Got a launch coming up. Look at what I'm doing behind the scenes. I'm gearing up to get da 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 boom, 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 and then you could use those whenever you need them, right? So make sure that you store those kind of things in also with your content as well, because you'll be able to pull from it whenever you need to. And this is the point of prepping yourself to do it so that you could pull from it whenever you need to pull from it, right? Let me see. I got to thank you. As long as you look like you. That's right. As long as you look like you. Don't go get all, crazy, dolled up and crazy, and you don't look like you. Even, like sometimes I'll go crazy with my makeup, but in the end, and then you'll see me with no makeup and my glasses. But what you'll see is me you'll see me in the morning washing my face and putting my facial serum on or whatever. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, that looks like her. I get to see her skin under the makeup. And then they also get to see that even though I'm wearing makeup, I don't necessarily need to have makeup on, and I don't necessarily need to wear a lot of makeup, because, a lot of the times they like, oh, I don't even know what you look like. If you are in skincare, if you are in beauty and things like that, it is necessary for you to show that you do have good skin, because if you don't have good skin, you don't have a good canvas, right? Or if you're showing that if you sold makeup and you showing that you have problematic skin, but you're showing how to fix it, people could understand. People will relate to that more, because they're like, oh wow, I saw what your skin looked like beforehand, and when you put this thing on, it looks like this. Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, I see what your skin looked like with makeup on, and I see what it looks like without makeup on, and your skin is amazing under the makeup, and da 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 da. These things help you in the long run if that's your product, right? You want to make sure that you are connecting everywhere that you can connect, right? Because it's going to resonate with somebody, and these people are going to be your customers, and you want to make sure that they stay, right? So these things that you like, oh, I hate my skin, or and I'm just going off the skin because that's what I do, right? Oh, I hate my skin. It's so this, it's so that. But oh, I hate the cottage cheese on my thighs. But if I have a product that shows that I could blur those lines, why wouldn't I show my cottage cheesy thighs and show my scrub and my oils and whatever, and show how it blurs the line? Why wouldn't I use myself? Use yourself every single time you can, because people will be like, oh wow, that thing works. You know what I'm saying? You don't have an influencer saying something and saying that they like it and it works just because they're getting paid to do it, or just because they have a certain following and or whatever. You're actually doing it, and real people are going to be the people that help push your message, right? So you want to make sure that it is changing lives, changing thighs. You want to make sure that it's doing those things, right? My phone is full. I need to find some stuff to delete. I know that's right. Mine is too. Mine is too. Just get you a burner phone and store it. Or get you a memory card or a SIM card where you can put the stuff on it. Or if you have an iPhone, I don't, you could put it to the iPad and all that other stuff, right, Jasmine? Don't ask me. I think your iPhone thing goes through all of your stuff. I don't have one, so I don't know. I'm an Android person. But we'll see. Somebody will tell me. I know it's bad when my son who moved to Cali says, Mom, says, Mom, you never post too many selfies anymore. Okay, you never post too many selfies anymore. That's on my personal page. So I know I need more pics of me and my business page, on my business page. Yep. Yep. Your skin is your business. Yes. At my vends, customers always comment and they buy. Got you. I am trying to get back in the groove after moving. Got you. Got you. Advertisement opportunity. Definitely. Good morning, Crystal. My son's autoimmune condition shows on his face when he flares. So I'm using his and documenting results. That is so amazing. That is so amazing. And that is going to be, first of all, the story is going to be something that connects to people, just period, without you even using the product, right? But now that you're going to be using your product and you're documenting the results, that's going to be another connection point. So awesome. I know y'all going to be seeing a lot of my thighs this fall for the body butters and oil. So get ready for, come on, Miss Chocolatey Body. Where's the body? Where's the body? Come on through, Miss Quell. Miss my Android and external memory. I'm telling you, I love me my Android. Me and my Android is doing just fine for y'all Apple people. And all that blue, green bubble stuff, I could care less. Sean says it all the time. I'm like, that don't mean anything to me. So, okay, so we got that. We got the pictures of yourself. We have the behind the scenes. Also, customer reviews and testimonials. You want to make sure that you are, even if they're putting it in your chat, what I like to do, if somebody, I mean, not your chat, if they're putting it in your comments, sometimes if it's a really good one, I crop it and then I'll repost it. You can do that. You can do the reviews off of your website if you have reviews set up, and you should have reviews set up on your website for your product. So, people buy based on what they see other people are buying, right? They buy based on that. They buy based on your reviews. When I'm looking at reviews, when I'm looking at reviews, if I'm buying off of somewhere that have reviews, I look for the bad reviews first. Why do that? We always think negative before we think positive, but I want to see what the negative things are first, because the good things could be from the people that's selling that particular product, right? That good thing could be from their friends and all of them spamming it and doing whatever, right? So I always go to the bad reviews and I check and see what the people are saying. And that's how I base my my purchase. So you guys, if you don't have a review system set up on your website, figure out where you could get it. We're all on different platforms. I know Yopto is one of them. I think Shopify automatically does it. But there's certain things, and you have the ones that come up on your screen. So if somebody purchased from you and they left a review, sometimes those pop up. Those are some things that you can add onto your website that is going to help people to seal the deal and buy from you, right? Because they see that it's moved, the product is moving. They see that they got reviews, they're reading your reviews. So wherever, you want to make sure you store in those type of things as well. And then if you want to put on your highlights, at the top of your Instagram, you want to put on your highlights, reviews, testimonials, and then you put it there, because if people are going through your highlights, you want to make sure that people are purchasing from you and that they know that people are purchasing from you, right? So you want to make sure you're doing that. Customer reviews, testimonials, and if you're at an event and somebody wants to give you a review on a video format, that's also great, because people are listening a lot of the times before they're reading, and that's facts. Right? So if you have a video and somebody's doing something, they're going to listen, right? So if you have that, put that in there as well. So you want to make sure that's another folder. If it's not another folder, it's somewhere you're holding that information. April said, we ready. We ready. Yes, Quella, give it to us, boo. LeBron said, give it to us, boo. I just got my Google reviews set up yesterday. Finally. Awesome. Google was driving me and getting it done. Driving me, getting it done. I read bad reviews first as well. I read bad reviews first as well. Yes. I've been looking into Judge Me, the review platform that Patricia was talking about. Incorporate it and try it. Do they give you a free trial? Try it. I need to ask for reviews more too. Yes, you automate it. Automate your reviews. You have email responder. Make sure that if somebody purchases from you, give them 2 to 3 weeks and ask them how did they like your product. Give them a review. Ask for a review. Ask for a review if they purchase your products. And even if you do it in your stories, like, hey y'all, we want to let people know how you feel about the products. Please DM me, please post on my story. Please post on my comment or my last post and let me know what you think about our blah 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 blah. People will respond. It's a call to action. People will respond. Right? So this is another thing that I want you guys to do, be mindful of, is to create a graphic that is within your brand, the brand aesthetic, right? So if you have color, not if you have, because you should, colors, the theme, the feeling, the fonts, you want to make sure that you have a graphic so that if you are posting quotes, affirmations, anything that has to do with like wording or anything like that, that you post it in that format. So when you're looking at your grid, it's it has an aesthetic, it's aesthetically pleasing, right? And not even aesthetically pleasing, but it fits into the brand, right? So that you're not having so many different things. And I was thinking about that because I was like, when I'm on my Bubble Babes page, I'm like, that don't matter. People don't care about that. I'm just posting anything, any fonts, anything. But when I'm on Bubble Babes University and I see that it's kind of like a continual theme, like the font is the same, the feeling is the same, the pictures are changed, but the feeling is the same, all of that. I see the difference when I'm looking at the grid. So if you have not yet gotten a graphic to fit your aesthetic, or just like some kind of little template to fit your aesthetic, then consider doing something like that in Canva. Or y'all could go to my girl Jasmine and she could get y'all together. She could snatch y'all together like a ponytail and give y'all little baby hairs, and she could help you get your little graphic together. Not your little graphic, but get your graphic together so that you can use it all the time. You can put all of whatever information you want to put on there on that graphic, right? Just put something on the top. So you want to make sure that you have that. All right. Let me see. Gotcha. Yes. I asked for reviews, but don't go back on the website. I asked for reviews, but don't go back on the website. The reviews don't go back to the website? Me too, LaRon, the team Android. That's right. And I like when Latrice texts me, because I could see when she's writing to me. I could see when she read my messages. I love it. Judge Me is free. Awesome. So then there should be no reason. If you guys have Shopify, then if Judge Me is free, then you have no reason not to try it. So you should have Judge Me if that's for your reviews and stuff on Shopify. Again, I don't use Shopify. I may convert, but right now I'm not. The buyers don't go back on the website. They will go back on the website if you can have a platform where they're automatically going to leave the review, right? But they don't have to go back to the website. The review will go to the website if you have that software. Like I think Yocto or whatever. I know on my website itself, I have BigCommerce. On the website, I have the options to have the reviews right there of my product. So it goes right there on the website by itself. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is approve it. I'm in meeting number 2. I'll have to go back and watch this. All right, meeting number 2. So I have Shopify. I don't know. Does somebody, Jasmine, does Shopify automatically give you reviews off of products, or they suggest people do a review, post a review when they purchase the product? I have to go and check. Maybe that's something we can add to the Shopify class part 2. What about offering customers a 10% discount of their next purchase if they complete a review? That is awesome. Motivate them. What's in it for me? Customers are always thinking that. They're always thinking, what's in it for me? So that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. And make sure you use a code. Make sure you use the code, because you don't want them to tie that discount with another discount that has a code. And so they'll be able to get like 30-40% off of something. If you want it to just be that 10%, make sure you create the code so that they have to put it in. Judgment. Oh, is it called Judgment or Judge Me? Judgment is an excellent app. That's what Linda says. I was about to ask Jazz the same thing. And where do we set it up at? Hey, see, I'm on it. I'm on it. Please, I have the discount in the code. Okay. Okay. No, they have an app called Product Reviews, but you have to add it to your product listing page. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, there's Jasmine. Jasmine came in and saved the day. I offer my customers when they purchase, I offer them a 10% discount code. It's thank you. They have to put it in when, the next time that they order. I do that, but I don't do anything as far as the reviews, but that is a great add-on to give them a discount code for a review. Or even do a point system, because they do have points too. They do have apps that you can add to your website that have a point system, like a loyalty program, right? You can add a loyalty program to your website. And so when they do reviews on certain products, they get points. And then they can use those points later on to make purchases to save. So that may also be another thing to look into. I'll cover it in part 2. Hey, Jasmine is ready. Jazz, I need some help with that, if you don't mind. I'm about to check it out right now while we're on here listening to Nikki. Okay. Okay. All right. So we got the graphic. We got the what else? I already said the graphic, and we was talking about the website and the reviews. You want to make sure that you're storing. We spoke about this earlier too. You want to make sure that you're saving the motivational quotes and inspirational quotes and things like that. You want to make sure you're storing those in a folder, or in your notebook, right? Because if you don't, you think you're going to remember it and you're never going to remember it. You're going to be like, oh, that's going to be dope to use. And you're scrolling. It's further getting into the back of your mind. And by the time you need that post, you're not going to remember. Or by the time you need that quote, you're not going to remember. Or you're not going to remember exactly what it was. Or you're not going to remember who it was. You know what I'm saying? Like it just happens. Just write those things down so that you could just eliminate that. And you don't have to worry about that. Like, oh, sometimes my mind's not going to remember things because different things is filling up my mind at the moment. So just put it in your notebook when you feel it, when you're inspired by it, when it sparks an emotion. Put it in your notebook. Take your notebook with you. I know all of the main speakers, they tell you travel with the motivational speakers. They tell you to go around with a notebook, because if the moment inspiration hits you, you want to be able to write that down. You can always look at it whenever. And if you don't remember it, or however that emotion was when you had it, that's okay. But at least you wrote that down, and you could be thinking, oh, what was I thinking by this? If you don't write it down at all, that's just gone. So just make sure that you're writing those things down, your motivational quotes and your inspirational quotes. Sounds, trends, creators, video ideas that you've seen that you like, all those things, you want to make sure you're also writing those things down as well. Because if you're not writing those things down, then you're not going to remember them. So if you saw something and you think, there's this guy that's on TikTok and he does videos for stores and stuff like that, right? So, or just small business, and he's like, oh, you want me to, can I make a video for you really fast? And he does this video, and I don't know how long it takes, but he says he sits there and edited in like 10-15 minutes, and then he shows this video. This video is amazing, right? Amazing. And he shows you the apps and everything he uses to do these things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so dope. I want to do that. So I wrote it down. I know who the guy is, and I'm gonna, whenever I want to create videos like that, I'm gonna go back to see what he did, how he did it, so I could use those things. Write down the way that I like the way he had this 360 camera, or one of them little cameras. He taped it onto, or he attached it to the knife, and so the shot was, the shot looks like it's like just so pretty. It's not just the regular I'm shooting a tutorial video. It's kind of like it gives you the whole feeling. You get to see the juice squeeze out of the lemon. You get to see the sprinkle of the seasoning, the poofs of the powder, all of that. Beautiful, right? He shows you how to do that. That's on TikTok. I wrote that down so that whenever I'm ready to do it, because I have the House of Wax collection coming up, and this is what I want to do. So I'm going to use some of those elements and incorporate that into my thing because I thought that was dope. So you want to make sure that you're writing those things down. So anybody who inspires you, anybody where, any video ideas that you think is cool, you see somebody and they're doing something and they're in front of a certain background or they're doing a certain thing, you want to make sure you write those things down so you can always come back to it and be like, okay, now I'm going to make it mine. Right? So that's another thing. Thank you all so much. You're welcome, Lois. You're welcome. That's another thing. Okay, so this is like, I should have had this as number one. It's not number one, but it should have been number one. This is like number 4. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made it 7. Okay, so this should be number 1. Beautiful product photos, beautiful product videos. And we spoke about that yesterday, creating a little space, especially if you can't leave it up. We showed you how to tuck it away and store it so that you don't have it, you can't leave the setup up. So then I showed you, I said you take the 2 pieces of the foam board and you put the like duct tape or something on the back of that so that it can create that L. And then you could just fold it, tuck it away somewhere behind the cabinet, behind something that you could just use that, and it's flat against whatever surface, so that you can use it for later and it's not taking up too much space. So creating the space, creating the element of where you're going to make the product look beautiful and it's a nice aesthetic. Again, people buy with their eyes and you want to make sure they're not seeing your messy clutter. You could use your messy clutter on your behind the scenes. You can use it, in part of your reels when you're, talking about your growth and things like that. You could use that. But when you're putting it on your story, when you're putting it on your post, you want to make sure that whole thing is a whole vibe, right? And you want to make sure that that looks amazing so that when they see it, they're like, oh, that's, they're already starting the story in your head. Remember, I told you, if they create your brand in their head by what you're telling them. You want to make sure that you're telling the right story, right? Because they're automatically their mind is going to automatically go wherever their emotion is going, right? So you want to make sure that it's going in the right direction of what your brand story is. So if you have a luxury candle, then you create you a luxury 12 by 12 space. Make sure it looks beautiful and you pour in that space, right? Because when people are scrolling, that's what they see. Because messy clutter is not going to look like luxury, right? Does everybody understand that? Like you can show that you doing numbers, you doing volume, but that's not going to look like luxury. So what's going to look like luxury? I got to show you luxury. If I'm selling you a $90 candle and I'm showing you my hot mess Dollar Tree setup, then people are not going to believe you. You need more people. So you got to make sure that what you're selling is showing. And again, you could create that in a 12 by 12 space. You don't have to go to, it would be nice if you could go to like a luxurious place and do things and show things in a gorgeous bathroom and do all of that. If that is if that's something that you want to do or you have access to, then yes. But if you don't have access to it, then you cheated and you do what you can to make it look like that. Cheat it and make it do what it do, baby. If you got a small bathtub, then don't show the entire bathtub. Show where the water is and show whatever, show your bath bomb doing the work or whatever. You can do that, right? You don't have to show your entire setup. You don't have to show your entire bathroom. You have a small bathroom but you want it to look bigger or whatever, then you just give it some elements of what it is to be, whatever your views are, whatever your brand story is. You want to make sure that is that. If it's a natural thing, then maybe get you a wooden cutting board, maybe get you some greenery, maybe get you some whatever is natural to you, maybe get some bamboo, maybe get some whatever is natural and whatever is that's what you want to show, then do that. If you have spa vibes and you want to do like the hot stones or crystals or towels, things like that, you don't have to have a beautiful setup. Show a little thing, and it doesn't even have to be a towel. It could be a washcloth rolled up. Go to Walmart, get you some of those luxury hotel towels or whatever, and make sure it look nice and fluffy. Put that there. Add a little flower in there. Add a little something in there. Put a little lavender sprig there. Put a little mint leaf or eucalyptus leaf or whatever. Put that in the photo. Nobody has to know what the outside of that looks like. It just needs to look good in this 12 by 12. It just needs to look good in this photo. And then you're going to crop from that anyway. Just make it look like what you want it to look like. Just give it that element. And then you'll be able to continue with that aesthetic, even though you can show your background of you getting everything together, because that shows a glow up, right? So you want to make sure that you have beautiful pictures, beautiful photos. Beautiful photos and beautiful video, right? And make sure it's clean, crisp, beautiful lighting. Natural lighting is the best. If you could be in front of a window, that'd be good. If you could be outside, that'd be even better, because sometimes it just looks better that way. And you just do that, right? So another thing you want to do, another thing, and another one, is you want to have lifestyle videos and photos, right? And that goes into the same thing about videos and photos of yourself, right? But the videos and photos of yourself is kind of like you know, just you sitting there looking gorgeous, right? But your lifestyle one is you working, you putting your glasses on, you sitting at the you sitting at the typewriter, sitting at the computer doing some work, you doing filing paperwork, doing stuff behind the scenes. No. Let's not make that the lifestyle. That's behind the scenes business, right? We're gonna make lifestyle regular life. Getting ready to go out, date night. Just everything that you do with your regular life. Oh, you eating at a nice restaurant, maybe? I'm gonna show myself going out to a nice restaurant. I'm gonna take myself out on the town because I deserve it. It's me time. You know, a lot of you guys have a lot of you guys have businesses where it's about self-care. You have businesses about, taking care of your mental health and things like that. So these things work for you. You could use these things later, right? So just do it. You know that you're going somewhere nice, do it. You're going to take yourself, you're going on a date night, you're going to a beautiful show that you're going into the show, this is also B-roll. Show that you going into a beautiful theater. You don't have to show yourself. You can show your feet. You can have beautiful shoes on. You got on a beautiful dress. You're showing yourself off. You living it up. You drinking some nice wine. You showing a video of you drinking some wine. You doing your nails. You showing yourself at the nail salon. You taking care of yourself. You're getting a pedicure. You're sitting at the salon. You're sitting at the salon getting your, or whatever you call it, and you are getting your toes done, right? So you want to make sure you have videos and stuff like that. Store that as well, right? And then the last but not least, because I went through a lot, right? This is a whole lot. Again, this is going to be a workbook, right? So what are your customers' pain points? I want to ask you guys, do you guys know what your customers' pain points are? Right? And not their pain points in life, their pain points as it relates to you, right? Not for everything that's going on, just as it relates to you, your business, and your product. Do you know what that is? And if you do, put it in the chat. One, if you know, and if you don't know, then it's time for you to sit down and you to think about it, because people are purchasing from you because you have a solution to their problem. They're not purchasing you because they love your product so much. They are purchasing you because you have a solution to their product. You have a solution to their problem. So if they feel like, oh, you know what, like, I don't feel like I'm getting enough attention at home, whatever, I need to spruce up my life. So then you got to sell the problem and sell your solution. You got to sell both, right? Because that's how they're purchasing, because everybody is talking about what's in it for me, right? So Sean says value price, value close. You're building the value, right? And you're building the value based off of their problems. If you do not know what your customers' pain points are, you have to, what happened? Triggers. Sean says your customers' triggers. If you don't know what they are, then you have to sit down and you have to analyze what is your solution and then move backwards. So this is the solution. What might be their problem? Right? This is solution. What might be their problem? I want to have out mine simple skincare, simple ingredients. That's my solution. I provide simple skincare with simple ingredients. What might my customers' problems be? They're tired of having a long process and all these steps in order to have great skin. They have extremely dry skin. So maybe it's, why would they have dry skin? They could have dry skin because of eczema. They could have dry skin because of maybe they had cancer, or they're going through chemo and their skin is drying out and they need products that are natural because the chemicals is going to what's the word, cause inflammation or things like that. So maybe that's why that might be a problem, right? Maybe people just want to use two things and out the door because they're busy. So those are their problems, and I already know what my solution is, right? My solution is simple skincare, simple skincare, simple ingredients, simple skincare, however, right? That is my solution. And so I would be speaking to those pain points, right? You don't like to do a million steps in your facial routine? You don't have to. I got an easy 2-step process. And in this 2-step process, these products are all natural and ready to go. No preservatives, no anything. And you could just use these on your skin and your skin will look like this. And I'm going to show you how good your skin could look, because I'm going to show you on myself. And I am going to be the spokesperson for this simple ingredient, a simple skincare, simple ingredients slogan, right? I'm going to be that, because I am that, right? So that is what I'm going to share. So you got to move backwards from what the problem is. From what your solution is to what their problem may be, right? So you want to always make sure that you're speaking to those pain points, and you need to know what those pain points are. You should write them down so that you make sure that anytime you're posting that you're addressing it, and you're not addressing every single pain point. You're addressing it because you are showing you are the solution. So you are the solution to the problem, period. You just sold to me as a cancer survivor. See? Let's go, Nikki. Yes. I'm saying, and I know this because I did have somebody who was going through chemo, and she had extremely dry skin, and she asked me to, what products would work for my skin. I can't use scents. I can use essential oils, but I can't use the synthetic fragrances, and I can't use the chemicals, and I can't do this. So I had a solution for that. And since she had brought it to me, that's what she was, that's not what I was thinking, because I didn't know that, right? But she brought it to me, and I'm like, you know what? I have products for that. I was unaware, but she brought it to me. I'm like, wow. So that just opened me up to another market, right? Because people, and it's just facts, right? People are going through chemo. People are going through this. A lot of people have this situation, right? And so, or these conditions based on the treatment that they're getting, right? And lupus and is another one. Based on the treatment that they're, that they're getting. So they need to have some products. They have to wash up. They have to do things, right? Even fibroids. So that's another thing. You have to do things that are you have to clean yourself. You have to moisturize yourself because your skin is extremely dry. So you need some kind of an option. And if you don't have those options on the market, and I am those options, then I need to show that I'm the solution to that problem. And I am. Right? So you want to make sure you're doing that, because you never know who's listening, and you never know what you can be solving right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that opened me up to a different realm of customers. And I don't want to say it like that because it seems like I'm maximizing on somebody else's, stressors or somebody else's sickness. But it's the facts, right? It's the facts that, I created this problem for my son as a natural way to heal his eczema, or a natural way to treat his eczema. I can't say heal because that is a medical term, like I'm healing something. You can't say that, right? Not a medical term, but I'm saying that I'm healing something. You can't do that. You can't cure. So it was to help his eczema, right? So I could soothe his skin so that, it's not irritated. And if it's irritated, it's going to itch more, and it's going to be dry, and it's going to be flaky. So I know that. And so knowing that somebody else could use it in a different area that has nothing to do with eczema, I'm also offering another way. I'm offering an option. Let me see. Older clients use my face products to help their skin with less ingredients and are organic. Also, I use my products as well. That's right. That's right. And so that you want to make sure when you're using your hashtag that you are hashtagging older clients. You want to make sure that if your customer base is over 40, make sure you put that there. If your customer base is over 50 and beautiful, put that there. If you know what I'm saying, put it there. They have gray hair and they're beautiful. Da, 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 da. Use those things because those things can help you. You know, because everybody thinks they just need to target just one area. No, no, no. Target that specific niche. Mine are a mix of customers with skin issues, aging skin, and babies. Just figured out who my audience is. There you go. There you go. Yes, as lupus patients, skin does get dry due to the rashes. See? Yep, yep, and yep. You have something for feet as well. My dried, I just created, is not out. It's a shea butter scrub. It's amazing. It's a peppermint shea butter scrub with pumice. My skin dried on my feet extremely from chemo, and no matter how much I get my feet done, nothing helps. I've done diabetic lotions and nothing really works. Are you also, when you applying your lotion, Jamie, are you putting like socks on or something to like overnight to make your skin soft? Like I know that when after the shower, if you scrub your feet and then you put, like I put my whipped body mousse on, but you could put, you know, I have lotion bars as well. Lotion bars are extremely emollient, and that's what I used for my son when he had the dry skin, but it's thicker and it doesn't go away that fast. So you put the lotion bar or the shea butter on and then put the socks on top, and then your skin is softer for the next day. Soothe is a good word. Yes, soothe. Oh, I like the soothe and the treat. I was thinking about another word instead of heal. Yes, you can't use treat either. You can't use treat because that indicates that you are curing something, right? So you gotta be kind of creative with how you choose your wording. Like it has to be like beautifying, brightening, soothing, calming, like those type of things. It can't say heals, cures, treats. It can't say those things. So you guys, I know it was a whole mouthful that I gave you guys this morning. But how do you feel about what we discussed today? Did you get any value from today? Did you get any value from this live? And if you missed anything, you can always, this replay is going to be up. So you'll be able to go back. And again, I'm going to create a workbook based on this whole thing so that you can go back, highlight, you can, put updates on there. You can have, I may even, we'll see, Mr. Wilson. I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna put it on my post-it and put it on here. I'm gonna put it on here. And when I finish creating the workbook, that'll be something that you can add to it. And then you could put the 3 whole prongs on it and put it in a binder. Or I'm not going to create a planner. I'm definitely not going to do that. Well, not definitely not. It may be a planner, but for right now, it's just going to be a workbook. It's going to be a workbook. Add lanolin and vitamin E to any lotion bar recipe. Vitamin E, let me tell you something. Vitamin E is like a miracle. Vitamin E, olive oil, cocoa butter, those things are like my holy grail. Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I cannot keep socks on all night. Yes, that's fine. 3 to 4 hours works. 3 to 4 hours works. Take them off. You could do it again in the day. Yes, I have to catch the. I have to catch the rest of the nuggets from the beginning since I came in late. It's okay. It'll be there. The smell of lanolin is not the best, but after a little bit, it disappears. Baby, call Shamar. He's calling me. Promote healthy skin. Yes, promote healthy skin is good. Yes, yes, so many gold nuggets. Okay, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So we are about to wrap it up. And I will see you guys tomorrow. We got Friday, Freestyle Friday. I'm just joking. I'm gonna probably incorporate that. But we have tomorrow, and we are done with the content part. I see where the spirit leads me for tomorrow. But you guys, if you are not following me, please go on over to Bubble Babes University on Instagram and on YouTube. I mean, Bubble Babes University. What? Oh, she's on the phone. Bubble Babes University, BABEZ University.com to join the Honor Society. It's all access membership, subscription based, $19.99 a month, and you'll get all of everything in there, all of the previous videos, workbooks, spreadsheets, all of that is going to be there. Also follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at Bubble Babes University. And make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet and you're just joining me here, I need you guys to subscribe. I need my numbers to go up. I need my numbers to go up. And what else? That's it. And if you want the merch, again, it's on Bubble Babes University. Go to the campus store. Go to the campus store, and you'll be able to purchase any of the mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever. You'll be able to purchase that there. And what else? That is it, you guys. Have an amazing day, and make sure that you stay consistent with your content, because I'm gonna tell you something. Consistency is going to be your superpower. Consistency is going to be your superpower. If you're looking at somebody who started where you are and they are ahead of you, it's going, it's by their head. Consistency. So you just make sure that you are being consistent and be good to yourself, right? Represent yourself and make sure that you show up for yourself every single day. That means if you have to schedule it out, schedule it out. If that means that you have to do whatever you have to do in order for it to happen, make it happen. Make it happen, because you got to do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Yes, and I'm on BCMC Sunday. If you are a candle maker, you make wax melts, all of that. If you are not part of the Black Candle Makers Club, it is bcmcuniversity.com. I am going to be teaching on Sunday. And if you are a member of my honor society, and if you are a member of BCMC University, then you get to take my classes for free. And you already know, if I'm dropping gems here, imagine what I'm doing there. I mean, it's all about luxury on a budget. So if you are trying to do different things, perfect. If you're trying to do different things to incorporate into your business without breaking the bank, you can do it there. So with that said, you guys have an amazing and productive day. And make sure you do something for yourself and for your business, y'all. And that is that. I'm not going to take this long goodbye. I probably am, because I always do. It doesn't even matter. Hey, all right, Kelly. Yes. Thank you. I'm not going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. Do it for the gram. I ain't going to do it. Do it for the gram. I ain't going to do it. There I go. All right. Too long already. You guys have an amazing day. Be amazing. Be productive. And make sure you are consistent. All right. See you guys tomorrow. And I'm flooding your story, so look out.